The X-Zone radio and TV show is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone radio and TV show or in any manner endorsed by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, Talkstar Radio Network, its affiliated stations, or employees.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
I went to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends, a chance to share old memories and play our songs again. When I got to the garden party, they all knew my name. No one recognized me. I didn't look the same, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself.
Welcome back, everyone. My name's Rob McConnell. This is the X Zone, and we're coming to you from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 1-800-610-7035. Email at xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. My guest this hour is Randy Hoyle, and we're going to be speaking to Randy about a number of things, including his very popular blog. Now, Randy was the co-founder of Freedom of Speech Poetry Festival and produced for 11 years. In 2004, wrote The Ballad of Dred Scott, a historical fiction novella about a man who was chosen to be the champion of the universe to bring an end to slavery in America before the Civil War, and how his fight for freedom helped Abraham Lincoln become president. The book was recently picked up by Amazon Kindle, and during a promotion sold over 100 copies. And Randy, welcome to the X Zone.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm just doing fine. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I've been writing for years, and it's very difficult to find markets for writing. I write novellas and poetry, and there's just no market for it. So I decided to start doing blogs, and I've had a great response.
Now, tell me more about the Freedom of Speech Poetry Festival that you produced for 11 years.
Yeah, what it was, it started out as a slam, a poetry slam, and what we would do was have poets read their poetry, and then we would judge them like you would the Olympics with placard cards with the numbers of the score.
Oh, yeah, right.
And that was that was great fun. Really enjoyed that. And then it slowly became just a poetry reading, as well as writing. There's people reading their writing and stating their opinion. We did it around the 4th of July and tied it into the celebration of independence of America.
So how come it stopped, or is it still going on?
We ran for 11 years, and I just really had done everything I could do with it, and I gave other people an opportunity to carry it on, and they didn't, so it just sort of died out.
That's too bad. It sounds like it was a great event.
It was a great concept.
Yeah.
I was very happy with it.
Now, how is your blog writing going? Are you finding blogs are as successful as actually getting out there with your products?
Well, it's like this. When I would have a poetry reading, there might be 50 to 100 people there. Now with videos, I've had as many as 3,000 to 4,000 people view my videos. So it's a much larger audience, and it's worldwide. I have people in Russia see my videos, people in Kenya, people in Brazil, people in Europe, people in Canada. I have a lot of people in Canada look at my videos. And it's a much larger audience, and it's worldwide, and it's very satisfying.
Do you make any money at it?
Not now. It's possible it could lead to other things, but to me, what I use it for is to express my view of reality. And a blog is so great because you can say, this is my view of reality. If you like it, you can look at it. I'll share it with you. But if you don't like it, you can look somewhere else. The Internet is wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful as far as expanding the freedom of the individual.
But it's also been wonderful in spreading crap and nonfiction and just blatant lies around the world as well.
That's true too. Yeah. Some terrible things come out of it. Something's really worrying me right now is the Mayan calendar prophecies.
Let's talk about this when we come back from our commercial break, Randy, because I've got to take it right now. Randy Hoyle is our special guest, X-Zone Nation, and Randy and I will be back on the other side of this commercial break as the X-Zone continues from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away.
See, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. People came from miles around, everyone was there. Yoko brought her walrus, there was
Rob McConnell here, presenting an overview for Nicholas Paul Jennings, author of a fascinating book, Amen. It presents facts revealed by Egyptologists, facts that enable us to understand why Amen is the beginning of creation of God. It provides recommendations for religious leaders of the major religions to unify their beliefs and teach the Word of God. Love one another. Amen informs people how mankind conceived God. It was the Egyptians that developed the concepts of a soul, a hereafter, and Son of God. And finally, after the worship of many gods, they conceived the belief in one universal God, the maker of all there is. For more information, visit www.futureofgodamen.com. That's www.futureofgodamen.com. Are you or is someone you know struggling with addictions, depression, anxiety, relationships, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, grief, success, and prosperity? Do you know that your subconscious belief plays a big role in the outcome of your hard work? We can help you permanently change the beliefs that may be the reason for your struggles and failures. We care about getting you the return on your investment and the results you are looking for. We can help you be free of the limitations of your past and in realizing your highest potential. We work with people by phone and Skype. For more information, visit us at www.ritasoman.com. That's www.ritasoman.com. Welcome back, everyone. Randy Hoyle is my special guest this hour, and if you'd like to find out more about Randy, www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. That's www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. Randy, what worries you about the end of the Mayan calendar, December the 21st, 2012?
Well, it's one of the reasons I started my blog, the Year 3045 blog. There's so much negativity.
Yeah.
People saying that they want the world to end, that they'll be glad when the planet is gone because it's such a terrible place. You've got people. There's videos on there stating that the planet might be hit by another planet, the moon might be hit by another planet, some terrible disaster, and there's always disasters.
You hit on something that I have always believed in my heart of heart was the reason why doomsday prophecies always get so much popularity, because people are so damn lazy. They don't want to take time to correct the situation that we find ourselves in today in the world. That is a lot easier if we were just to be schmucked away and bang, that's the end of it.
Yeah, they just, I can't, for me personally, I can't see being so down that I just wish the whole world would end.
You know what, Randy?
And that bothers me.
You know what, Randy? I like the way you think. I like the way you think.
Thank
you. And I can understand why you're so popular. And people who are just doom and gloom, I'd like to put them on a spacecraft, aim for nowhere, and whoosh.
Well, in my blog, I talk about where criminals are sent off-world.
Mm-hmm.
People who want to create wars, religious wars,
yeah.
terrorism. They don't kill them anymore. They just send them to another planet. So, I have to agree with you. Sometimes I would like to get rid of them, but you have to learn to live with people.
That's
right.
That's
why I blog.
And it seems that the majority of the problems that we face in today's world is because we don't take the time to understand other people, to take a look at their cultures, to take a look at their philosophies and their religion. Is it so? People who come with this pompous attitude that they're right, you're wrong, that is we're the ones who started everything, our God is the best God, our this, our that. These people, let's put them on board with your criminals and shoot them up into space somewhere.
Well, no, I think it's a matter of violence. I think to some degree you have to deal with them, but when they cross the line and actually try to create violence, then I could see something being done with them other than killing them, maybe moving them somewhere where the rest of us are safe from them.
I was speaking to my mom earlier today. She lives in Montreal with my dad, and they were telling me about a group of students. Now, in Quebec, the students are upset because the government is planning on raising tuitions to school. Well, this has got to be done in order to maintain a higher standard of education, as far as I'm concerned. So what the students did is that they were able to. I'm trying to phrase this very carefully. They planned an attack on the Montreal metro system, subway system, using smoke bombs that shut the entire underground transportation system right down, causing a total gridlock of traffic above.
Yeah.
Now, to me, this is ridiculous. And then for people to see what's, people think that, this would never happen in Canada. This would never happen in the United States. This happens in China. This happens in Britain. But you know what? It happens right on our very own doorsteps.
Well, my concern is that under times of stress, people use it as an excuse to do bad things. And there are people out there capable of hurting themselves and hurting you. And there was a 1997 event, the Hellbach Comet.
Yes, I remember that very well with Heaven's Gate.
Yes, it was a UFO cult, and they believe by killing themselves they're going to beam up to a UFO and fly away. And 30 of them committed suicide.
Yep.
And there is a wacko factor out there. People do some terrible things. And I plan on December 21st. I intend to stay home with my groceries and wait till December 22nd. And
exactly.
I just wish other people would think in terms of that maybe there will be a December 22nd, maybe there will be a future, and not do anything they will regret.
You know, when talking about Hale Bopp and Heaven's Gate, I believe that the blame for what happened to the Heaven's Gate crew should actually be put on a member of the media who went out of his way to promote the fact that behind Hale Bopp there was a UFO, without any evidence whatsoever. You know, it was a great story, so let's do it. I think the media today has got to take more responsibility for its actions.
Yeah. Sometimes when you overdo something, you can blow things out of proportion. And, sometimes it happens, yes.
Now, why did you start talking about UFOs on your blog, Randy?
I noticed that people were interested in it. I would get more views when I did that, and I did some research and found it as a very popular subject on YouTube. So I decided to do a report where I just actually told people where they could find videos of UFO videos on YouTube. And then I decided to start doing predictions, and I did some research on it, and I found out that during holidays there was a tendency for more UFOs to be seen or to be posted on YouTube.
Any idea why?
I think it's because people have more free time, more time to be outside and see the world around them. I think UFOs are prevalent. That phenomenon happens a lot, and during those holidays, people have more time to see it.
So, Randy, what do you think UFOs actually are?
I have no idea exactly what they are. Sometimes I think some of them are actually some kind of life form we haven't discovered yet. I mean, we're always finding new animals, new species. And I believe some of it could be actually a life form. From looking at the videos I see on YouTube, some of them are actually, they're fake. People are taking advantage of people. Some of them are percentage. I'm afraid maybe our own government's spying on us. The technology is there. Police departments are starting to use drones to watch criminal activity. And the technology, our government has the technology to spy on us using drones. And some of the UFOs I've seen on YouTube have their appearance in the movement of drones.
Why do you think the government is reverting to the use of drones to spy on their own citizens?
I think the rationale is that they're protecting us. But, you know, it's just a possibility. It's just a possibility that it is going on. Not the group.
So, what are some of your latest predictions?
Well, I predicted in Brazil during the 47 days of holiday before Easter that there would be UFOs seen in Brazil, and there were 3 that I noted. One was called Spaceball Crashes, and that was also on YouTube. And there was a V-shaped type UFO was seen as well. All you have to do to find it on YouTube is search UFO Brazil April or March 2012, and you'll find them.
Why do you think the UFOs are so interested in Brazil?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It makes no sense to me.
No, but again, I think it's a phenomenon that happens a lot. And I think during certain holidays, people have more time to see it.
Do you think there's a connection, Randy, between the UFO phenomenon and various religious philosophies?
No, I don't. I really don't. I think the fact that a lot of the holidays are religious is just the fact that that's when people have holidays because they're traditional. And while they're celebrating those holidays, they have time to see what's going on in the sky. And that creates a situation where people can see more of what's going on. And that's my belief.
So they become skywatchers like the ancients?
Yes.
Exonation, Randy Hoyle is my special guest of this hour. Randy's website is www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. That's www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. What are your outlook on other aspects of the paranormal, Randy? For example, Bigfoot. What's your take on Bigfoot?
I have no idea. I've seen some of the videos, and again, there's species of animals that we're discovering every day. Scientists are discovering, and it wouldn't surprise me if there was something like that.
Also on YouTube and other video sites, including Vimeo, are a lot of videos about ghosts and hauntings. And do you believe in ghosts? Are they real? And how many of the videos that you've seen on YouTube are, in your opinion, real compared to false? Give me a percentage.
Maybe 50%.
So we're looking at a 50-50, right?
I think it's 50-50. I've seen some. I believe that ghosts are basically probably energy, that there's certain energy fields out there, and that's what people are seeing.
Hey, Randy, I hate to do this, buddy. You and I have to take our commercial break with the news at the bottom of the hour. Great having you. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today here on the X Zone, Randy. We'll be back after this commercial break with my guest this hour, Randy Hoyle. Here's his website, www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. That's jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. Randy Hoyle and I return on the other side of this commercial break with the news. So whatever you do, don't go away. We'll be back. Hi, this is Rob McConnell, and I invite you to join me on Turquoise Radio for the X Zone Radio Show, a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. After 21 years of paranormal TV and radio, thousands of celebrity interviews, and millions of worldwide supporters, I am very excited to bring my show to Turquoise Radio, where together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal to the science of parapsychology and all topics in between. Check out the website at turquoiseradio.com for showtimes. The X Zone Radio Show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, on Turquoise Radio. And I'll see you in the X Zone.
Have you exhausted all traditional means of healing without success? Are you experiencing communications through ghosts, angels, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services to humanity at this time through consultations. These consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you desire clarity of what may appear to be unexplainable phenomenon, then contact me through my website at aguidinglight, spelled LITE.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
You're listening to the X Zone Radio Show, live and around the world on the Talkstar Radio Network, X Zone Broadcast Network, UK High Definition Radio,
Euro High Definition Radio,
and Star Cable. Our toll-free telephone number worldwide is 1-800-610-7035.
Our email address, xzone@xzoneradiotv.com.
On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com.
And our website,
www.xzoneradiotv.com.
I believe it's meant to be, darling. I watch
When I see her coming down the street, I get so shaky and I feel so weak. I tell my eyes, look the other way, but they don't seem to hear a word I say, and I go to pieces and I wanna hide. Go to pieces passes by. I tell my arms they'll hold someone new.
1-800-610-7035, worldwide toll-free. This is the X-Zone. My name is Rob McConnell, and my guest this hour is Randy Hoyle. Randy's website is www.jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. What are some of the other topics that you touch on your very popular blog site?
Well, basically, I just tell news of the future. I want to project a future, a great future, to contradict the doomsayers. And I talk about thorium reactors to replace radium or plutonium reactors as being safer in the future. I talk about green technology, how it started in the 21st century and how it's very popular in the 31st century, and how it led to terraforming on other planets. And I talk about 6-mile-high towers, so high on the Earth that when you take an elevator to the top, you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Wow.
I talk about space elevators as envisioned by Arthur C. Clarke, existing in the 31st century. I talk about cars that hover and houses that float in the air because the graviton particle, as predicted in string theory, has been discovered, and they've learned how to manipulate it. That's the sort of thing I talk about.
What is is there one topic that your readers really get into?
No, not particularly. It just seems that they like to talk about the future a great deal. They like the fact that I promote the future, and that seems to be what they like to talk about.
How do they see the future? Do they see the future through your eyes? Do they write back and say this is how I see?
A lot of them do. A lot of them agree with my point of view, but some of them are very negative. Again, like I said, I've had some people comment that they'll be glad when this planet is gone, and I try to ignore that. I have to ignore it because negativity just tears me apart when I'm trying to do something positive. So I just try to concentrate on seeing a great future, projecting science and technology into the future, and believing that you can have a future if you're willing to work for your dream and fight for your future.
In your future, describe the government to me, as you see it.
The government is a mixed economy. Capitalism, businesses and industries are very welcome. They're given the freedom to produce. But the idea that a business would ever pollute is something that just doesn't happen. Children have been taught that through technology and science they can create industry and manufacturing that doesn't pollute, and that's what they've created. And it's pretty much a free government, but it is mixed. There is some help for education.
Do you think we're at the point of no return when it comes to the environment of this planet?
No, I do not. I believe there can be some great things to turn it around, green technology. And the key to selling green technology, I believe, and that I point out in my videos, is if you can sell somebody something that's green, that's going to help the environment, but also saves the user money, that it benefits the user, then you can sell it. And that's the key to selling green concepts.
In your future, are we going to be depending on fossil fuel as we do today?
No. I believe that there will be thorium reactors that will create a lot of energy. I believe there'll be cars that can create water into electricity directly by turning it into hydrogen. I believe fossil fuels will eventually run out and become so expensive that they have to be replaced with other things.
Why do you think in today's society, with all the experts we have, all the scientists that we have, that, if we're able to put a robot on Mars, how come we're not able to find alternative fuel to number one, save the economy, and number two, save the planet?
Well, a lot of it has to do with getting people used to the idea. Right now, batteries in electric cars are so expensive that it makes it difficult to sell them. But I was reading an article the other day about a business that is creating batteries that are half the price of the batteries they use now, and they even last longer. And I believe that development in that field will lead to cleaner energy.
Wow, we can only hope.
Energy.
But when we watch the television series that depict the damage that is happening in our polar regions, for example, where the ice flows are depleting, that even the polar bears aren't able to survive. And there's new species of animals and new mammals that are going up to this area that are not indigenous to it. What do we do about this? What do we do about this never-ending change?
I don't think there's anything you can do about it. To some degree, the change is going to happen, and animals are going to adjust. And all you can do is just sort of work with it. I really don't know what you can do about it. I mean, seriously, animals will adjust to the environment that they're in, and that's what is happening. The environment is changing, and the animals are adjusting to that environment. And humans are going to have to adjust as well. If more isn't done about climate change, humans may find themselves having to stay indoors more. They may have to find themselves living in malls, living in apartments in malls where the air is filtered and cool. I mean, it doesn't look too good.
Mm-hmm. In your world of the future, as you see it, Randy, what about the military? What part do they play in the future?
Well, in my video blog, The Year 3045, I've envisioned the military as using tools to deal with warring nations. If a country tries to start war, it's quarantined by the military. Their electricity is shut off, their water is shut off, all modern conveniences are shut off, and they're sent back into the 14th century as far as technology is concerned. And if that doesn't calm them down, then the military uses robots. Human personnel aren't sent in unless it's needed to bring people out who want to leave. And they don't play games with these countries. They quarantine them and shut them down, and they don't play games with them.
And is education in your future does education play a major role in the success of the continuance of this planet? Yes,
education. We need more engineers and technicians now, and education plays a major role. Without education, if you have a factory and you go into a town where no one knows how to operate the machinery, without education to teach people how to do it, what are you going to do? If people can't use math skills, how can they work in your factories? How can they come up with new concepts? People have to be educated.
Do you think that very lack of education, as you just described it, in this day and age is holding us back from a technological progression?
I do believe that a lack of education is interfering with the natural progression of technology and science. I do believe that if we had more funding into education, I believe the world would be a better place.
How about religion? Where does religion sit in the future, in your future, as you see it?
In the future, there will be many, many different religions. The Abrahamic type religions will still exist. But I believe you're going to see many philosophies and combinations of religion and philosophies. I foresee a religion that I refer to as universalism, where it is believed God is the universe and the universe is God, and the attributes given to God are actually attributes to the universe. and that the way to understand God is through reason and logic.
How about agriculture? We're going to need more food. There's going to be more people.
But I believe you're going to see farming actually in space around us. I believe there's going to be places where they grow crops and use space elevators to ship them down. And you could actually be eating carrots that are grown in orbit around the Earth.
Wow. That makes a lot of sense. And so does solar energy. Like, we've got the technology. Why don't we use it? We're just discovering.
The price is coming down. The price of panels is coming down. It's becoming cheaper to create solar energy, and I believe it's going to be a boom for green energy.
Do you think that there are those companies out there, like the major hydroelectric companies and the Fords and the GMs and the gas companies, that are actually holding in the reins of progress so they can fill their pockets?
No, I believe there's a lot of fear about the future, a fear about new ideas. And they test the market to see. If what they have to offer will sell. Duke Power is big here where I live, and they actually have built a solar energy field north of us, and they're actually developing solar energy as a supplement to coal.
That makes sense. Now, in the future, as you see it, what about medical attention, the medical profession? How is that going to change?
I believe you're going to see more technology like nanobots that are used to go into the body to do repairs. I believe you're going to see cloning. I believe cloning is going to exist. I believe that cloning will be not only legal but socially acceptable. It's not only for reproduction but to extend your life. And I believe you're going to see new technology like clothing you can wear that monitors your body while you're wearing it. I think it's going to be very expansive.
So the future isn't doom and gloom. It's actually a very bright future.
I think it's a wonderful future, but the key is to work to make it real, and the key is to work to make your dreams reality. Just sitting on your butt and dreaming does no good. You have to make an effort. You have to sweat a little bit.
Yep.
The universe rewards effort.
My definition of a dream, when people ask me the difference between a dream and reality, it's very simple. It's doing it. The dream is the idea. The sweat, the labor, the belief, the work that goes into the dream is the reality.
Yes.
That
is the reality.
It's a very simple formula, and yet so many people just don't get it.
Well, it's just easier to sit on your butt and complain. Oh, this is terrible. But if you have a dream, why not work to make it reality? There was a woman who said that anyone who fights for the future lives today. And I think people should work and fight for their futures to turn them into reality.
Couldn't agree with you more. I just couldn't agree with you more. Are you a Civil War buff?
Well, the Ballad of Dred Scott deals with the Civil War, the cause of the Civil War. My book.
Yeah. And do you have an interest in President Lincoln and what he stood for and where he sat during the entire Civil War scenario?
While I wrote the book, I had to research it for a year, and I'm very happy with Lincoln as he grew.
Yes.
His first attitude was you had to free the slaves and send them somewhere else. And then for people interacting with him, he changed and said, yes, you have to free them. And I'm very happy with what he did. I don't think he did it all by himself. He had help. But, yes, I think that's a very interesting point in history, the Lincoln years.
All right, stand by, Randy. You and I have to take our final break for this hour. Exonation Randy Hoyle is my guest. Great chat with Randy. I love his world of the future, and I agree with him that the only difference between a dream and reality is just doing it. Get off your butts. Be proactive. Just don't be an armchair quarterback or an armchair politician. You can make a difference, but oh my goodness, what's this? It's going to take work and effort? What's this world coming to? We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. Back in Victorian England, a famous theologian posed a perplexing riddle.
Why are the two top personalities in the Bible tagged with the numbers 7 and 11?
Academics agree the answer is found in the stunning discovery of a hitherto secret Bible structure explained in a new book called The Genesis Grid. The discovery is so simple that preschool children could illustrate it. Certain claims are hugely controversial and may offend some, but at the X-Zone, we've studied this awesome new book and agree with one expert, and I quote,
These discoveries appear to be beyond coincidence.
So who or what hid this wonderful pattern in the Bible, and what might they do next? Find out more, X-Zone Nation, and read reviews on www.genesisgrid.co.uk. That's
www.genesisgrid.co.uk.
Welcome back, everyone. Randy Hoyle is my special guest, and Randy is the author of The Ballad of Dred Scott. He's also the former co-founder of the Freedom of Speech Poetry Festival, and we're talking to Randy about his blog and how he foresees the future. And Randy, how do you see the family of the future?
I'm going to make somebody angry at me now. I believe you're going to have the nuclear family, a great deal of that. But I believe you're going to see more contractual marriages, which could be, according to Robert Heinlein, who I read a great deal of, he's a science fiction writer, could consist of 2 wives, 3 husbands, 2 husbands, 3 wives. I believe you're going to see more freedom in that range.
Oh, my Lord, I have enough problems with one wife. Why would I ever want more than one?
Well, within a marriage, there's certain things that people fulfill within a marriage, and people could, I believe in the future, will through contracts actually have families, families that can actually have more than one wife or more than one husband, and I believe it's very possible.
Tell me, would you like more than one wife?
No.
See what I mean? Your book, The Ballad of Dred Scott, is it still available for people to buy?
Yeah, it's available on Amazon and other places.
Excellent.
You go to Amazon and check out Randy Hoyle, The Ballad of Dred Scott, and you'll find it. It's available in paperback and on Kindle as well. It's really a good read, but it's a novella. It's not going to take you several weeks to read it. It's really a 2-nighter. It's what it is, or a 1-nighter, depending on how fast you read. And it's still available on Amazon.
Randy, we've got about a minute left. What message would you like to leave with the listening audience of the X-Zone tonight?
I would like to say to remember that sometimes even when you lose, you can still win if you don't give up your dreams. So keep fighting. And remember what the dormouse said, feed your head. And Alice in Wonderland, the dormouse said, feed your head. Read a book, learn something new. And remember that the universe loves you, or this part talking to you right now loves you, and may the universe bless you.
Randy, quickly, let our listeners know how they can find out more about you.
You can basically go on the internet and search Google and search Randy Hoyle, Battle of Dred Scott, or Randy Hoyle, year 3045. You can find, there's tons.
It's that simple. Randy, I want to thank you so much for joining us. We'll have to have you back on. I fully enjoyed this hour, sir.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
You take care of yourself, Randy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Exonation, bye-bye. Randy Hoyle has been my guest this hour. And if you'd like to find out more about Randy, like he said, just go to Google or any other search engine. Type in Randy Hoyle. That's Randy, Hoyle. Or you can visit his website at jaxtr.com/Charlie Gorilla. I'll be back on the other side of the news at 6.5 minutes past the hour as the X Zone continues with yours truly, Rob McConnell. Once again, the Body, Soul, Spirit Expo, May 25th to May 27th at the International Center, 6900 Airport Road in Mississauga, Ontario, right across from Pearson International Airport. If you'd like more information, it's really simple, Exonation. Go to www.bodysoulspiritexpo.com. We'll be back after the news and a break at 6.5 minutes past.